When did you first notice that Bessie was behaving differently around Philippa?
I noticed about 3 or 4 days that her behaviour had changed from just being a normal dog about the house to almost a panic. The look on her face, her expression had changed, and it was a look of concern. And you could almost, looking back on it, you could see that she was trying to tell something was wrong, but you don't think.
So at
like
the
that,
time, what did you think? Like, what's the matter? Does she want to go out? Does she, you know, does she need...
She thought there was more likely something wrong with the dog than there actually was with Philippa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought she might be going into season, or she was just getting, you know, the airs of spring, and I didn't know.
And was she fussing around Philippa, or do you think she was trying to tell you something?
Initially, she was more fussing around everywhere we went. She was tripping us over wherever Philippa was. Right. So she was fussing more around Philippa. And then it wasn't until the Monday when she'd got really poorly that I noticed how scared she looked. You could see the whites of her eyes, and that was when I realised.
She's trying to tell you something she wants her to.
Let's bring the doctor in at this stage to sort of diagnose what we're seeing here. I mean, this is all amazing for us to hear about, but for you, what's your take on what we're hearing?
Well, you're right, it sounds almost too good to believe, doesn't it? But what we know now, after many years of these anecdotes and having investigated it with the charity, is that dogs, with their incredible sense of smell, I mean, you and I can smell probably a teaspoon of sugar in a cup of tea. This little dog could smell a teaspoon of sugar in 2 Olympic swimming pools, just to give you some perspective on it. And what we now know is that cancer smells different, cancer cells divide differently, and they smell different, and dogs can detect this change. What we don't quite understand is why a dog that lives in a family might know that this is something to warn the family about, and that's really, really interesting. But what's happened here is this dog with an incredibly strong bond with his family has actually warned them about this threat, this change in odour that meant something awful was about to happen.
And was it based on Bessie's behaviour that you thought, do you know what, something is not right here? Did you take her to the vet, or did you take Philippa to the doctor?
Initially I knew she had a bit of a fever, Philippa, so I'd taken a temperature, but because the dog was behaving so weird, after I'd give Pippa some paracetamol, I would have expected the temperature to go back down, but because of her, I went and took a temperature again, noticed it was going up. It wasn't extreme, but I noticed it was going up, not down. So that was when I phoned the emergency doctors, and I told them that the dog was behaving peculiar. And the doctor phoned me back and said, bring her up.
Really?
And he'd had experience of this before, so he recognised straight away that there was something wrong.
So what did they diagnose then in Philippa?
She's got...
It's acute lymphoblastic leukemia. And we got that diagnosis pretty much within 24 hours of taking some blood samples.
Which is a massive shock.
Terrible shock.
Oh, it was, yes.
Terrible shock.
But
she's having treatment, still having treatment at the moment.
She is, yes.
So chemotherapy.
From start to end, it lasts 2 years for a girl, 3 years for a boy.
Now that she is having treatment, has Bessie changed in that behaviour? Now that it has been detected?
Yeah, she has. She's not... I think when there's certain chemotherapies that they're doing, because you go through a different regime, she does behave differently towards her on the different ones, but she hasn't got that panic ever since she went into remission when the leukemia cells are actually beaten back. She's calmed down a lot, but she's still...
Very protective.
It's an amazing story. Dr. Clare's heard them before. What would you say, Dr. Clare, to anybody who is noticing within their family environment their dog behaving in the way that we've heard that Bessie behaved?
Well, as you say, dogs behave differently for a lot of reasons. They may be unwell themselves, or something might frighten them. But if a family notice a real persistent difference or change in behaviour with this sort of, becoming very, very attentive, then it could be worth checking it out. I mean, I had my own life saved as well. I had Daisy, my own dog, who saved my life from breast cancer. And I've actually just written a book called Daisy's Gift, and that's all about this story and how we developed it from now. And, obviously, everything your dog does doesn't mean you're unwell. But I think as you said, your doctor recognised or heard a story about this. Doctors are now starting to take this seriously. So if there's a big change in your dog, it may be worth finding out why.
Well, I know Philippa's been a very brave girl. She's 3 tomorrow, isn't she? It's her birthday tomorrow, so we've got her a gift. It's a very large gift of a beautiful doll's house, actually. But then we've got the dolls to give her now.
Whoops.
It's so big.
Bessie wants them.
Yeah. There she is. There you go. This is a doll.
For you.
Oh, you're fed up with us. Yeah, you're fed up with us now. I know.
Everything's yak. It's not really
No.
yak. It's just
No, well, you can maybe play with those tomorrow when you're feeling a bit better, my darling. And
we
you're a
wish
lovely dog.
you well. We wish you well, and I hope everything's okay, guys. And big hugs. Bye bye, Philippa.
Bye-bye, love.
Bye-bye,
Happy
yeah.
birthday.
See ya. Bye bye.
Bye,
See ya.
sweetie.
Bye
Bye-bye. For more of the same, just click here. And don't forget, you can subscribe for even more of these amazing videos exclusive to our channel. At what point did you think, no, this has gone beyond now?
Just when every single day he woke up and he had more and more and more arriving, like on his face, he would just have like them on top of each other. So I obviously then thought that night, this is not, his temperature was up to 41
Oh, my goodness,
degrees.
Look at him. He's dropped his teddy. Can someone pick his...
Sorry.
for us? No, it's all right.